The Mavericks go international on Tuesday night, playing host to the visiting Chinese Taipei National team. That's Taiwan, otherwise known. It was a great night, loads of talent on the baseball field, a huge turnout to support these teams and the friendly exhibition. Maverick Spotlight captures all the highlights right now.
There they are, the long-distance visiting team wearing blue, finally in Portsmouth, which marks just one of many stops on their baseball world tour. And this team had a lot of things: character, spirit, talent. It was a pleasure to watch, but they also had their own ideas about where to set up the dugout, looking for a slightly better view of the action. And there was plenty of action going on in the early goings of this game, especially for the Taiwan bats. Top of the first, Lin Han, the big DH, smoking a ball to right field, setting up second and third with one away. So it's Wang Po Zhang looking to clean up the bases. He does just that with a hard hit left field liner. Big time windmill on the third base coach Lin Chung Yi. As he waves around his base runners, 2 score on the stand-up double. Taiwan draws first blood. And they were not done at all. I said this team was talented and they could smoke the baseball. This time it's Chen Chi going oppo down the line, just out of reach of a diving Tavares. Matt Brill nearly hoses Po Zhang of the plate from left on the frozen rope throw, but the runner's safe. Chinese Taipei out to a 3-0 lead. And Lin Tin Hao makes a start for the international visitors. There's no other way to say this. Tao was excellent, throwing in the mid-80s with a dramatic 12-6 curve. As well as our off-speed stuff, he gets Eric Kimber to strike out to lead off the game. And 2 batters later, yes, he's got one of those, a perfect pickoff move, catches Aiden O'Leary leaning, and clearly this international team knows their sandlot baseball. O'Leary gets pickled and gobbled up by the Taiwanese infielders. The Mavericks countered with some stout pitching of their own. That's 95-mile-per-hour heat, blowing away Sen Wu Pin right back to the bench. Then, in the bottom of the second, Chris Hess hits a long fly ball to center. Does it have enough? And Leary Field says yes, despite a convincing acting job by Yo Nin Ching. A nice tailwind helps power Hess to a solo shot and the Mavericks' first run of the ball game. But Han was saying 2 can play at that game. This guy, he has great power to opposite field with his bat. Young players would do well to study that swing. It's a 2-run blast out to the tennis courts from the big designated hitter. Pushes Taiwan's lead to 5-1. Now here's a look at the FCBL's batting leader, all-star select Martin Tavares. He continues to produce at the plate against the Taiwanese great. Solid single to left. Just a side note here, Tavares batting .394 in league play. Then check out the quickness, composure, arm strength of Chen over to third. Rockets the throw to first. Precision sums it up. Gets a speedy Kimber. And if there was one thing this Chinese Taipei did better than any, it was field. Lin Chu-jae makes a very impressive play from short. And these highlights may not be perfect web gems, but if you were there to see how flawless these infielders were all night, you'd have been very impressed with their abilities. Another strong throw from short and a great pick at the bag. We go back to the hitting machine. This time, Lin was not messing around with Tavares. It's 2 off speed, followed by some 85-mile-per-hour high cheese. The great Tavares is down on 3 straight pitches. We had a very large crowd in attendance. The families pouring in from all over to see the international team, and that means the kids were having fun and running right out of their shoes as they ran the bases on this beautiful summer night. Back to the action. Here's some fun. Little sequence here. Pitch way out of the zone, all the way to the backstop. Kicks to Oren though, and we've got another pickling situation. The Mavericks though are gonna get Ku Chun when it's all said and done between second and third. That's the lead out man and gets them out of the inning with no blood. And here's Logan Quimuyog, sophomore from James Madison University, only appeared in 8 games this season, but he was powering it up tonight. A laser beam liner clears the fence. His teammates love it, and that cuts the deficit to 5-2. Then in the 7th, Tavares facing the bullpen this time. Tavares likes it. Yes, a towering fly ball to right center. No doubt about it. Plenty of legs out to the tennis court. Another solo home run, the 3rd of the night for the Seacoast. Pulls his team within 2 runs. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. The Mavericks bat still alive and kicking as that ball kicks hard off the bat of Hess. over the head of Lynette short. O'Leary comes in from second. The out is made at third, however, but the run is going to cross the plate, and that means it stands. The Mavericks have whittled down the initial 5-run deficit and trailed by just one. And here's a look at the 6'9" Jared Widows, senior from Flagler College. First time pitching on the show, and he brought his A-plus stuff tonight. Gets Wang Jiawei chasing at that one. And he's going to get some quality support from Tavares over at third. Charges down the bunt, shoots to first. What a great scoop by Quimuyog. Not quite the grace displayed by the Taiwanese, but nonetheless a solid play from the All-Star. So now it's Song Jahao, the hard-throwing right-hander to close for the visitors. Facing pinch hitter Tyler Fortunacio, call that sharp cheddar, no chance by the time it's in the glove. So now it's all up to Dalton Davis, pinch hitting with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. He was the hero of our last show, but could he do it again on an international stage? No, he could not. It's a pair of Ks for Song to end the ninth. Chinese Taipei, after scoring 5 in the first 2 innings, they go on to just barely preserve their victory in this international friendly. We caught up with an interview for Coach Jackie after the game to hear a little bit about this national team and its incredible baseball tour around the world.
Okay, we leave Taiwan at June 29. We were in North Carolina for some exhibition game with Team USA. We got a 5 game over there and 2 games in Forest City and Gastonia. Then after that, we went to Netherlands for determine the handball week over there and play 7 games and come back States yesterday. We're gonna have 7 games here with the future leagues.
And talk about your experience. How are the players liking the trip so far?
Oh, they are, because this is a mixed team. We got young players and we got ex-pro, we got amateurs. So, well, some kids this is their first time play out for their country. So it's a very good learning, very good starting for their baseball career.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for tonight's show. What a special night it was here at Leary Field. 2 countries coming together, playing a little baseball. Doesn't get much better than that on a hot summer night. Craig Riotto signing off on another episode. We're back to the grind in the FCBL action tomorrow at home before the All-Star game on Thursday. Be sure to check in for highlights on both of those. Take care, folks.